Hello and welcome. Since November 2019 till the early part of 2020, we have heard of the spread of a deadly pandemic called COVID-19. It has ravaged lives around the world, and the spread of this pandemic from one country to the other and from person to person has been described as exponential. But a question that comes to our mind is, what does it mean when they say that the spread is exponential? We are going to see exactly what that means.
The disease COVID-19. How exponential is the spread of this disease? To better answer this question, it is good we start by understanding how this disease is spread from one person to the other. We have been told that transmission from one person to the other is through contact. If someone shakes the hands of a contaminated person, he or she is likely going to be contaminated. If this individual that has been contaminated by these hands of this individual goes on to shake other hands or other people, to greet other people by shaking hands, they too will in turn be contaminated. Now, let's assume that this person goes on and touches surfaces like the doors of the cars, the doors of the house. Then it will lead to more contaminated surfaces, which others who in turn touch these surfaces gets contaminated. This leads to a spread of the disease from one person to the other. We have also been told that the disease can be contracted if somebody sneezes or coughs without taking care to cover the mouth. The droplets that flash out of the mouth can land on someone's face and the person gets contaminated. To put it into perspective, assume that one person contaminates two people in the first contact. If each of these two persons contacts other people and then contaminates two of them, then in the second contact, we will have 4 people contaminated. That is 2 times 2. If the process continues with each person contaminating 2 other people, then in the third contact, we are going to have 8 people contaminated. That is 2 times 2 times 2. If the process continues with 2 people contaminated at each time, then in the 10th contact, we will have a total of 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 repeatedly 10 times, and that gives us 1,024 people contaminated. That is a huge number, and I bet you this can happen even within one day. But you will observe that there is a challenge here. To write 2 times 2 times 2 repeatedly 10 times, there is a possibility of making an error and writing 2 many more times or less times than it is required. And that can lead to errors in the statistics. So there should be a better way of writing this expression to avoid errors. And that better way of writing it is to just write 2, since 2 is the number that is multiplying itself repeatedly. Next, we go ahead to begin to count the number of 2's that are in the expression. In our case here, 2 is 10 times, and we write that 10 as the superscript of 2. When a number is written as 2 with the superscript 10, 2 is called the base and 10 is called the index or power or exponent. Take note of the word exponent because it's the word from which the word exponential is derived, which means that journalists are correct to say that the spread of COVID-19 is exponential. The word index is also very important, and the plural of index is indices.
Hence, this lesson will be called Indices. And by the end of this lesson, you will be able to write numbers in index form if they are given in expanded form, or you can write numbers that are written in expanded form in index form.
Let's start by looking at a series of examples. Our first example is to express the following in index form. I encourage you to pause the video, do the exercises, and then verify whether your answers are correct. Here are the answers that we have for this question. The first case is 7 to the power 5. Then we have 3 to the power 7, w to the power 4, and 5 to the power 5. Second question, write the following numbers that are written in index form in an expanded form. Again, pause the video, do it, and then verify whether the answers are the same as what I will suggest here. In the first case, which is 4 to the power 6, we'll have 4 multiplying itself repeatedly 6 times. Then the next one is 2 multiplying itself repeatedly 5 times, and then r multiplying itself repeatedly 7 times. Now, the last question is 3 to the power 4 equal to 12? The answer is no. Since 3 to the power 4 is not equal to 3 times 4. Rather, it is 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. Now, here's your application exercise. Pause the video, do the exercises, and compare your answers with what I will suggest. Here are the solutions. In the first question, express the following in index form. The first answer is 9 to the power 6. Then we have 4 to the power 5, m to the power 3, 1 to the power 6, and 0 to the power 3 as the last answer. Note that 1 to any power is equal to 1, and 0 to any power is equal to 0. Question 2. Write the following expressions in expanded form. Here we have the first case, 8 to the power 6, will be written as 8 times 8 repeatedly 6 times. Next, we have 9 multiplying itself repeatedly 7 times. Then h multiplying itself repeatedly 4 times. And the final one, we will have a lesson that will explain how we can do this. I just put it for you to see and begin to think about that. Here's your assignments. Copy it, do it, and in the next lesson, you will see the correction. Thank you for your kind attention.